Hi, I'm Saima. I am the head trainer at CareCraft-Academy. This is my series about real-life challenges faced in the health and social care sector that sometimes individuals feel afraid to disclose. So one more thing before we start, we will be maintaining confidentiality, and we have gained permission from providers to utilise these scenarios to raise awareness and improve practices. I delivered some training at a particular care home, and it was Behaviour That Challenges. I had picked up very quickly upon my attendees attending this training session that they posed negative attitude. So rather than starting off with meet and greets, I asked my group what challenges they were facing within their current settings. The learners advised me that they were facing verbal aggression and physical aggression from the residents within that particular care home. And the training was Behaviour That Challenges. The impact that this particular situation had on the resident was that the resident was in fact hospitalised for a few days. It had a negative impact on the client's mental well-being as well as his physical well-being. This then resulted in this particular care home securing training for their workforce in Behaviour That Challenges. This particular training session gave me the opportunity to develop my learners' skills, to develop their knowledge, to deal with such challenges within their industry. The first approach that I taught them was how to manage their own behaviours and their own emotions whilst they're supporting vulnerable residents. Although the resident has fully recovered and is residing back within the care home, it meant that I had some work to do. Some of the negative attitudes that were demonstrated by these particular care workers were eye rolling, going into the client's personal space, shouting at the client, rather than guiding the client, pushing the client towards his bedroom when it was time for personal care or during bedtime. This then resulted in the client, each time he saw these care workers, he became quite distressed. He began self-harming, which then resulted in him having to stay in hospital for a few days. So the outcome of this particular scenario is that the care home did decide, by following a formal process, that these particular care workers were not right for their services. I then continued my training and I worked with those learners that were right to deliver the services, and I educated them to high standards to deal with such behaviours that do challenge us as care workers, and how to diffuse situations when they observe the trigger. I educated the workforce on how our own behaviours can impact a service user negatively within our settings. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave me some comments below. How have you overcome Behaviour That Challenges? What improvements have you made to your services?